Hello, once again, golf fanatics. Billy Ho back with another PGA course preview, DFS first look. This is going to be the Valspar Championship Best of the Rest event. Peanuts to the winner. Last event of the Florida Swing. Probably not going to get many of the top finishers in the tournament this weekend. The Players, which is going on right now. If you didn't know, they moved the tee times up and then going off 1 and 10 and threesomes because of the awful weather that's going on down south. So best of luck to you all down there. Hold it down tight. My man Stewie lives down in that Florida area. So anyway, we're going to get into it, grind on the golf course. This is a tough course. It's the snake pit, all that kind of good stuff. But a quick plug for my horse racing content. Gearing up for the Kentucky Derby. So if you like horse racing and you like gambling like I do, this is where you want to be at. Kentucky Derby's most exciting 2 minutes in sports. I live in Louisville. I know I've been there many times. So little local knowledge doesn't hurt anybody. So come on over and give the horse racing a look if you're a golf fan. So let's get into the golf course. Copperhead, 7,340 yards. Toit, tree lined Bermuda overseed fairways, 4-inch rough, very challenging. This course is very sharp, similar to probably Sony in like tree lined tight type fairways. Tough course, similar to maybe not really like Honda, but definitely challenging. 5,800 square feet of POA overseeded greens. POA more prevalent this time of the year, so I don't know if it's going to be very similar to what they're putting on this week, but it's kind of like that as well. And if you don't know what the overseed does to greens, my dude, my namesake, Billy Ho, Billy Horschel, actually explained it in an interview a little bit good. Basically, the overseed grass fills in the gaps of the Bermuda, so it doesn't get like the surface is smoother to putt on, and actually makes the rough easier to hit out of, or the actual around the green. If the fairway is Bermuda overseed around the green, it's less likely to snag your club when you're chipping off a tight lie. So that's kind of how it works with that. Plenty of elevation changes in this and dog legs as well. It's an unusual par 71. You got your 4 par 5s and your 5 par 3s. So the course I said featured that snake pit, adds a real bite to the closing stretch. I do like the courses that end like this week. Just end with a real tough hole. It doesn't have to be the hardest hole on the golf course or a hole that's going to be just total carnage. Just get it done. I don't want a big fat, because especially if you go to a playoff and it's an easy ass par 5, and then these dudes are just whacking it out in the fairway, going for it, and you basically have to make eagle to win because both of these guys are stumbling to birdies, and then you have to go to a different hole, and it's 3 or 4 playoff holes before you get anything done. So anyway, that's my little rant there. Also, be mindful of the weather. Obviously, it's Tampa. It's more on the American Gulf side, uh, and close to late Thursday morning throughout Friday. There looks like some heavy rain in the forecast. So if that happens, guarantee it's a softer, maybe more receptive golf course. The preferred lies might be in effect too. You never know, influencing how your player pool will be. So let's jump over to Fantasy National and look at some stats. Gate with a 3 birdie bonus, and then you have a couple of manageable here. So you got a total of really 5 to 6 of the 9 there, and then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there, 5 or 6. So it's really even Steven as far as difficulty front to back. But I guess if you want to call the back 9, that the snake pit is here's your snake pit where you have the par 3s bookending the tough par 4. The par 4 is a brute, but these 2 par 3s are, even though they're long, they're not like water in play carnage types holes. You can see they're 7 and 10 ranked respectively. So most players, 70%, 7 out of 10 make par and go on. But here is where you start to get the big numbers, is right here. There's big numbers to be had here, 4.4 doubles or worse. And you can see there's less likelihood of that on the front 9. So the types of finishers, top 10s, obviously it's always approach and a little putting. Off the tee, you can see is tampered down. Going to be more club down action, short game around the green. Prowess is going to be important. And then, but the most important thing I like to look at is the pro shot distribution. You can see less wedges, lot less wedges. Then you start ticking up to here about the normal amount. Then you hit a lot more from 175 and 200 plus. Those are your layup holes. So that's kind of how that breaks down. There's your driving accuracy and your green and regulation percentage all down. So those are all very important. So there's three important stats right there: fairways gained, greens gained, scrambling. So that's three to put in your thing there as well. And as you'll see when we go over to look at modeling, you have to score on the par fives. Hole 12 is a short par four you can attack too. So it's basically solid tee to green game, avoiding catastrophe. I got my Valspar 1 model up here that just goes straight to ball striking. And then you have approach, long par fives, greens gained. There's good drives. So things of that nature in there, birdie or better. I'll probably tinker with it a little more, adding in some like around the green type stuff as well. And let's see who's ranking out number one is obviously Sepp Straka. I guess JT's going to play. He's in the field, looking to get a win. Probably he's had success at this golf course. So currently, if you followed the players, JT was just a mess to start the tournament. He was 4 or 5 over before he blinked an eye. He shot 78 to open it up, and then he went absolutely nuts and shot the course record 62 on Friday to make the cut and actually get into a little bit of contention. But you can see his finishes, he's been really rock solid uh second place. I mean, he's not going to finish. I don't know where he'll finish today because he's been over par in every other round besides that Friday where it was conditions were just immaculate. Today is going to be absolutely brutal, even though they're going off early. So I expect him to finish mid pack like a 36 like this, like he did at Arnold Palmer. You can see he just can't figure out the putter. He's had one. I'd love to see the strokes gained putting because he was making everything Friday, which was very encouraging. But then he came back Saturday and was just blag in. Didn't take advantage of that round to get into contention. So what we're going to be looking at here is we'll just punch up Val. And so not good last year, but he struggled a lot. Last year was a really bad year for JT, but you can see 10th, 23, third, 22. So he's had success. There's three straight top 15s. So he's a guy to definitely look at to anchor your squad with. So is Sepp. Sepp is a winner in Florida, and this is the type of course that he would love to get down on. I want to see his record. So he missed the cut last year's little experience here. So not really sure where I'll land on him. Fleetwood and such. I believe I'd be shocked if Sam Burns doesn't play in this tournament because Sam Burns owned this tournament for a couple of years. So there's Sammy. And you can see he has not been hitting it well at all. So I'm not really sure what to think about Sam Burns coming in. You can see, look how terrible on approach. That's awful at the Arnold Palmer. And gains almost six putting, which is crazy. But you can see what his Valspar record is. There's your back-to-back wins and then a sixth. And then this is kind of last year was when he's just started falling off the map again. So this may be good Sam Burns. This might be what we're expecting from Sam Burns the way he's playing right now. So that's another one to be concerned about. But getting up here to the top spots here, you can see Tommy Hoygaard, Neil Shipley back in the mix again. Michael Kim is another dude that just gains a lot, just plays lights out. Really, this is actually past 24 rounds, so this might date back. So I'm gonna set this for 3 months just so we don't go back too far, and then we'll rank it out and see where we're at. And now you got like guys like Jake Knapp. I'll definitely have interest in him because I know he may not be 100% accurate off the tee, but he can really rip it. Playing well at the players too. He was -7 going into the end of yesterday, so Pretty solid lookout for him. Shane Lowry's always in the mix at Florida golf courses when fairways matter and long irons approach game is there. So Daniel Berger kind of fits a little bit this bill. So there's some other guys to go over down the way. There will be several tiers. It's really going to be way down the line here. Willie Z came through for me this week and then absolutely fell apart. He was up amongst the leaders and then had a quadruple bogey. He was all the way down to like -3 at the end of yesterday, and I was so disappointed because he was really a great pivot. I paired him. Most people used him to pivot off of Sep, but I paired him with Sep in a lineup, and it was only 5 of 6 because of stupid Justin Rose, but it was a really strong 5 of 6 going in there with the JT round on Friday and things of that nature going into Saturday, and then it just all came apart on me, as it typically does in golf. Golf sucks. Bud Cauley, I was so upset that I missed. He was in the field for the players. He got in, I believe, on the Hodges WD, and I didn't notice. So he was probably in the DK pool because Hodges WD like Monday. But Bud Cauley just making it shine at the players. He's a Pete Dye specialist in my book. So I would have probably considered playing him if it wasn't quarter after 7 in the morning and lock in 30 minutes. What was I going to do with him? Start tinkering with my lineups. So I just didn't pull the trigger on him. A couple other guys, Corey Connors, I didn't pull the trigger on. There's a few guys. Rory, I don't know why I just overlooked Rory this week for some reason. It just didn't fit my builds. Things of that nature. I kicked myself in the ass a few times. But lots of guys to choose from down here. Fun golf course to play. We'll deep dive in the Discord amongst our peeps. So I'm just going to go ahead and call it a day. Hope you enjoyed the preview show. Keep a lookout for more content. Billy Ho Sports, horse racing, Kentucky Derby time. And till next time, we'll see you soon.